Welcome to the Art of Home. Today we have the unique privilege to get a personal insight from one of the Twin Cities' top builders, David Beeker of Denali Custom Homes. David, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Heidi. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're going to share some video courtesy of Hoffman Media Ranch, and we'll also be hearing from architectural and residential designers Peter Escookie and Kathy Alexander. Right here on the Art of Home. Hi, I'm Heidi Nessa, and this is the Art of Home. Each week we take you on a private tour of some of the Twin Cities' most distinctive homes and hear from the creative and talented people behind the design. From lofts to lake living, from ultra-contemporary to timeless traditionals, this is the Art of Home. With us today is one of the Twin Cities' top home builders, David Beeker of Denali Homes, who's sharing with us 3 distinct homes. Here's David to introduce us to these properties.
One of the great things about the homes that we're going to be touring today is that they're all uniquely different in their own way. Each one was inspired by a different client, and each one had a different team working on them. I think it's really important in the early stages when you're thinking about building a home that you get your team together, you select a builder, an architect, a designer that all are going to be able to get in tune with what your personality is, and then that will come out in the design of the home, and the home will reflect your personality versus a home that you can, when a person drives by it or comes to your home, reflects a certain builder or a certain architect. The one home we'll tour today that I'm standing in front of was a very traditional home. It has very traditional features to it, and one of the second homes that we'll tour is more rustic contemporary. You're going to see designs in there that are more clean lined, not a lot of detail, but a lot of richness, a lot of warmth. We're seeing that a lot today. That's something that's a really popular trend right now. And then another home that we'll look at is it's kind of in between those two. It's what we're calling transitional. It's a traditional cottage style home, but has a lot of architectural features that tend towards the cleaner lines, the more contemporary lighting, things of that nature, and along with the decorating that brings out a different personality in that home.
The first home we'll see today is traditional in design.
Some of the favorite things that I like about the homes that we're seeing today are that each one is actually very unique and individual. The home that we're standing in front of was actually built for an empty nester couple that wanted, you would think a smaller house, but in this case actually it was a little bit bigger because they wanted large entertaining spaces so that their home could be the central gathering area for all their family and friends that would come to visit during the holidays. It has a beautiful foyer that you enter through that leads you into the great room of the house and some of the informal areas, a large dining kitchen, beautiful fireplace in the formal dining room where they can gather for their Thanksgivings, Christmas, those kind of things. There's a beautiful 2-story tall sunroom, which is built more like a porch with a very tall stone fireplace, another gathering area. There are many gathering areas in the house for the express reason of entertaining. Many of the interesting details in the house were really based around a very traditional lifestyle. They wanted traditional elements that you would find in homes, in the city. There's a lot of unique details in terms of cut stone. The exterior stone of the house was one-of-a-kind material that we had custom done for the house. The homeowners had very specific ideas about what they wanted, and we tried to incorporate those in the home. Another feature, again, very important to entertaining for them, was a large swimming pool in the backyard. So we really focused on those spaces and how we would service those spaces. We have a kitchen in the lower level to service the outdoor bar and outdoor barbecue area, and some of the things that you would need in entertaining a large group of people in the exterior. Some of my favorite architectural features of this home home. And one of the things that we started with the inspiration was the round turret feature that is a pretty prominent feature on the front of the home. That is one of the original first things that the client brought to us in a picture, and we kind of based the whole entire home around that feature and the design, and working with the designer to incorporate that in. One request that they had was that there be a lot of natural stone on the exterior of the home. We did a lot of searching and found a unique stone that actually hadn't been used before in this area and brought that in specific for this project. But in keeping with the traditional features of the home, you know, there's a Romeo and Juliet balcony, there's a lot of decking on the rear of the house overlooking the pool area. The approach from the front is of a side entry garage with paver driveway, again the round turret feature, and a very traditional front door.
Another key member on the design team for this home, who was instrumental in incorporating the homeowner's vision, was residential designer Kathy Alexander.
The homeowners on this house really wanted more of a French provincial look, so we brought that look in with the architectural shingles, the Eldorado stone, the wrought iron Juliet balcony, the stucco. It was really a very fun project to do with them. They had built a few other homes before this, and so they had a very good sense of what they wanted this time. As far as the inside of the house, we brought a lot of the charm in with like a little sitting area in the master so that they could overlook the backyard, and breakfast room in the kitchen. And there was a lot of landscaping done in the backyard with the fireplace and the pool. So we really wanted to bring the outside back into the house. So a lot of the rooms overlooked the backyard, and there was a lot of glass. The porch had very high ceilings and beams, big vault. So it was a very charming house.
When we return, we'll tour our second Twin Cities custom home, which is transitional in design. You're watching The Art of Home. All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities. All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination.
Hi, Shannon Scarella here with Hirschfield's Window Fashion. Did you know that 50% of your home's heating and cooling energy may be lost through your windows? Installing energy-efficient shades like the Hunter Douglas Duet Architella will provide increased protection against heat loss during the winter and will keep your home cooler in the summer. Hunter Douglas Duet Architella's innovative honeycomb within a honeycomb construction traps air, insulating rooms against extreme temperatures. It also allows natural light to be drawn deeper into your room to reduce energy costs for other types of lighting. Hunter Douglas Duet Architellas are available in hundreds of styles and colors, light filtering or room darkening with multiple lift options. Adding motorization to your Hunter Douglas window treatments also eliminates the need of cords, creating a safer home for children and pets. To learn more about Hunter Douglas products, see a Hirschfield's Window Fashion's designer in store. Or you can always shop at home. We'll bring the showroom to you.
Welcome back to The Art of Home, where Twin Cities top builder David Beeker is giving us an exclusive tour of a few of his most distinctive homes. So David, the second house is more transitional. Explain this.
Well, Heidi, it's a cross between a traditional cottage-style home and a little bit of a contemporary flair to it, something we're seeing a lot these days. People are dressing their homes up a little differently with a little more contemporary lighting, a lot cleaner lines, and the color is a big component of that too. A lot of grays, light blues, white, really crisp, really bright. We're kind of moving out of the darker, warmer look in the homes to a much cooler look.
David, why don't you walk us through some of the transitional features of this house?
Heidi, one of the best features of this house is the amazing kitchen. It's very large. It has 2 islands for preparation and entertaining, both large amount of charcoal blue cabinetry, white Carrara marble on the islands, and it's just an amazing kitchen when you're standing in it. It has exceptionally tall ceilings, 15 feet tall, with white tongue and groove ceiling. The light fixtures, all in keeping with the transitional nature, are very clean and clear, and it's just a very bright home to be in. One of the other great features of the house, important to them, they didn't want to concentrate on a large suite-like master bathroom with a whirlpool tub and things. They opted to focus more on the shower. We were able to design in a beautiful curved glass shower that kind of looks somewhat, we joke about it looks like a DJ booth. It actually has built-in speakers in the shower, multiple shower heads and sprays, and it really is the center feature of the master bedroom, master bath. Then, of course, we had to have a place for him, so the whole entire lower level was devoted to the husband, where he has his workout room, an amazing bar it's a real bar. It has, dueling TVs, lit up areas for the bottles and glasses, a beer tapper, and then off of the bar, something special to him was a room for his collection of guitars that you can see through from the bar into that room through a window that we built between the 2 rooms. And one more really unique feature that I absolutely loved was he gave us a challenge that he had a collection of football memorabilia, helmets, footballs, other items that he really wanted to display, but we needed to come up with a unique way to do it, so it just wasn't shelves on the wall, and we designed and built a wraparound shelving system that encompassed the entire bar area. One of the other great features of the house, besides the kitchen, is the homeowner's, one of her favorite rooms was the craft room that we designed for her. Really important to her, she wanted a large room with a table, sink, all the things she would need to do crafting. Very creative person. She also wanted her desk in there, so it also functioned as kind of home central where she would run the household from. Had the washing machines in there, a paper wrapping station for doing the gifts during the holidays, and the room really came together, really special, really nice, and that was, I think, probably her favorite room in the house.
With so many one-of-a-kind rooms and requests from the owners, we decided to ask residential designer Kathy Alexander what her biggest challenges as well as her favorite touches are.
Every house I work on is unique and it has its own challenges. And this challenge was really that they wanted a lot of rooms on the main floor master suite, plus a 4-car garage, plus a craft room. So that was the challenge, was getting everything to flow and fit on the lot. Another fun thing that we did with that house was in the kitchen we did a barrel vault and a big round window over the cooktop and the hood over it. And it turned out really, really dramatic. It was very pretty.
When we return, we'll tour the rustic contemporary.
Phantom screens. Seeing is believing. Phantom screens, leading the retractable screen revolution with innovative solutions for virtually every screening need. For architects, builders, designers, and discerning homeowners, Phantom Screen's complete product line preserves the distinct character of a home's design without compromise.
Most paints have color that sits on the surface, but nothing beats Benjamin Moore's Color Lock technology that locks color right in, no matter how often you wash it. Color Lock technology, exclusively from your Benjamin Moore retailer.
My kitchen was ugly. It was ugly. I went to my neighbor's house one day and she had these gorgeous granite countertops. She told me that she had done it with Granite Transformations. They came in and fit the countertops right over my old countertops. These are scratch resistant and stain resistant and heat resistant. When I walked into my kitchen for the first time, it was just like, wow, these are gorgeous.
Save up to $700 on granite and cabinet refacing now through Wednesday.
All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities. All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination. Welcome back to the Art of Home. Let's continue our home tours with top builder David Beaker.
So David, you also do some more rustic homes.
That's correct, Heidi. This next one that we're going to look at is a more rustic contemporary home. Originally they came to us and said that they wanted a more lodge style home, but as we started to develop the drawings and things, we realized very quickly that she didn't really want a lodge home. He wanted a lodgy type home, and what she wanted was a little more clean lined and a little more contemporary. So working with the architect, we came up with the idea to think more Aspen instead of lodge home, and brought in this kind of more chic contemporary look to the lodge style home. And the results were absolutely spectacular. This homeowner actually gave us a lot of leeway and said, you know, you guys know what you're doing. I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for, and I'm going to let you guys kind of run with it and let you really do what you guys do best. And so between the architect and myself and the designer, we really came up with everything that you're going to see in this home, and it really came together really nicely, working as a team and building on what the clients had given us. This house has a lot of wood, a lot of stone. As you enter the home, there's a large steel staircase that basically is unsupported and floats to the second story. There's a 27-foot tall cathedral ceiling with all tongue and groove wood as well. Obviously huge windows looking out to the views of the lake, which are on 3 sides of the house. The feel of the house, very clean lined. That was a very important thing to the owners when we were talking to them. The word that kept coming up was, we want the house to be tight, we want to have clean lines, we want it to feel warm, and we want, you know, use of stone and wood and granite and different materials that really are the features of the house, not heavy detail. One of the most spectacular features of the home on the exterior is a 20-foot long overhang, which is completely unsupported off the back of the home. This was done so that we could take advantage of the amazing lake views and not have anything in our way when you looked out of the house. Originally, the home was designed with 2 supportive stone pillars on the back, and the homeowner came to us and said, you know, that's really going to kind of block our view. Is it possible to engineer that roof so that we didn't have to have the stone columns? And so we went to work and we figured it out. We ended up building the entire structure of the roof, the front wall of the house and the rear wall of the house with all steel so that we could accomplish it. And when you're standing on the back terrace, you get this amazing feeling of this cliff hanging over your, you know, where you're standing, and it really feels mountainous in itself, the structure, and so it really plays into what he wanted in that lodge style feeling. Moving into the house, it has an amazing kitchen. One of the really important things that the homeowners wanted was for the interior to really communicate with the exterior. And so they had, in their travels, seen a lot of homes in the Southwest and other places with large sliding door systems that really opened up the house to the outside. So working with a local company, we designed and developed a 24-foot wide opening that allowed the entire kitchen to open up to the terrace and the fireplace outside, and it's really spectacular, and it really allows them to experience indoor outdoor living at its finest right here in Minnesota. The home theater was really important to this couple and to their children, to entertain, to watch movies during the winter months when they're cooped up in the house. So they wanted a dedicated theater, but something also that they wanted was they wanted to use it more than just for watching movies. So we in the design, I worked with the architect, and we designed it to have 2 6-foot sliding doors that opened the theater up to the rest of the lower level, so that now they could watch sporting events in there, they could watch movies, they could watch television. It really allowed the room to interact with the rest of the lower level. That's something we're seeing a lot today. The dedicated theater rooms seem to be kind of going away a little bit, and people are trying to get more use out of that space by opening them up to the rest of the structure.
This wonderful and unique home had to present some interesting design challenges. We met with residential designer for this home, Peter Escookie, to share his experience.
Well, definitely one of the most unique items in that house was dramatic overhangs. The idea being that they could be out on the porch in the rain and not get rained on, and yet have sun coming in because the overhangs were so hot. The sun would still come in, and yet the rain would not come in, and it wasn't dark. The whole idea of porches being dark didn't really appeal to them. So we used dramatic overhangs to get that. Another concept the client really wanted was to have expansive, wide open interaction from inside to out. So we had to have these doors that slid all the way from one side of the house to the other, 24 feet open. And we had only one manufacturer that could do that. We explored using a local manufacturer, and they had not done it in this area before. It actually took us about a month to get that done, but it was a lot of fun. Letting the client trust that we can figure something like that out that hadn't been done in Minnesota before. It was dramatic results, wide open views, and it was kind of the first time here, so that's kind of fun.
This round patio on the bluff's edge was excluded from the city setback laws because it was built on top of the old home's foundations.
I'm Randall McDaniel. As a former Minnesota Viking and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I know how important it is to fuel up to be successful on and off the field. Now, I work with third graders, and I see firsthand the positive impact exercise and good nutrition has on my students. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program, I'm proud to do my part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need. Please help us kick hunger in America and encourage an active lifestyle by supporting the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program.
All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities. All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination.
Phantom Screens. Seeing is believing. Phantom Screens, leading the retractable screen revolution with innovative solutions for virtually every screening need. For architects, builders, designers, and discerning homeowners, Phantom Screens' complete product line preserves the distinct character of a home's design without compromise.
Most paints have color that sits on the surface, but nothing beats Benjamin Moore's Color Lock technology that locks color right in, no matter how often you wash it. Color Lock technology, exclusively from your Benjamin Moore retailer.
My kitchen was ugly. It was ugly. I went to my neighbor's house one day and she had these gorgeous granite countertops. She told me that she had done it with Granite Transformations. They came in and fit the countertops right over my old countertops. These are scratch resistant and stain resistant and heat resistant. When I walked into my kitchen for the first time, it was just like, wow, these are gorgeous.
Save up to $700 on granite and cabinet refacing now through Wednesday.
Today, the current home trends are functional floor plans including seamless indoor and outdoor living spaces with timeless aesthetics.
Things are kind of changing with the new economy. We're seeing a lot of people are focusing on a little bit smaller homes, wanting instead to get more detail, and they're also looking at a lot cleaner lines in their homes, much brighter homes, brighter colors. A lot of use of color is very popular today.
People are wanting a little more compact space. They're wanting really high quality, but more efficient spaces is what they're wanting, instead of redundant spaces. So we're analyzing what we're putting into houses more and giving it a little higher quality.
So what's the best way to start building a custom home?
The most efficient way to manage the process is to start from the very beginning with the whole team, the architect, the builder, the homeowners, and work and discuss the design and keep the budget in line with this.
Having the builder architect team from the very beginning is very important, because that way you're designing and someone else is telling you that it can be done. People come to us for creative ideas. They want something that hasn't been built before, but that also means cost. So without a building team component, you don't necessarily know how much it's going to cost. So that's important to work together that whole time.
And before I had to end my interview with David, I had to ask, how are his clients communicating their vision these days?
You know, sometimes they're not even pictures of homes. Sometimes they're an advertisement that they like the colors that are in the advertisement, or a piece of fabric, or lots of different materials to kind of indicate the more of the personality or flavor of the house. But pictures are the big thing today. Everybody is very visual today, and we have a lot more access to visual items today than we did before.
David, thank you so much for being with us today. It was just a treat to see your beautiful work.
Oh, you're welcome, Heidi. It was a lot of fun.
We'd also like to thank Hoffman Media Ranch for providing the beautiful video. Be sure and tune in next week for another edition of The Art of Home.